Good morning, folks. This is Silver 5150 with your morning update for April 8th, 2020. Brought to you today by Wiener Philharmonic Republic Österreich, 150 euro, right? These are the 2008 Philharmonics. 2008, the inaugural year for the Philharmonic, and we'll get to why these coins are probably the most underrated sovereign coins out there. Okay, real quick, not expecting a lot of action in the markets today. Any day that they're going to have the Federal Reserve's Open Market Committee meeting, they kind of just have the markets lagging around because, the traders don't know what's going to happen. Is the Fed going to cut rates again today? Are they going to make an offer to do some more stimulus money? Are they going to accept responsibility for some more debt, which they should not be doing? That is very illegal. And again, if you have not read this book called The Creature from Jekyll Island by Edward G. Griffin, please try to find it either online, electronically, or something like that, and just start reading it, and find out why it is. We never really had to actually pay federal income taxes in the United States anyway, and possibly even in the world. There was enough money creation for everybody to just kind of do their thing, earn their money, work their businesses, and keep everything they earned. And the monetary system, the central banks could have actually afforded, all the government stuff they wanted to do. The governments could have paid for themselves using the funny money they've created. So anyway, right now, stocks are up to flat, here in the futures markets. I think by the time this video post will be into the markets, and you might see the Dow about 300 points and the rest of the indices falling behind just over 1% up. Metals are down right now, except I think gold is actually calling BS on whatever the plan is for this week, especially when the job numbers come out tomorrow, the jobless claims, so to speak. And it's kind of moving upwards. So gold is moving upwards after getting hit in the gut a couple times this week, and it's had enough. And so it's going to start, shining a light on the malfeasance of this market action here this week. Oil's up. About 2.5%. It's moving pretty good. I don't know on what kind of news, but we're just around $24.60 a barrel for those of you that are interested in oil. Crypto's down a little bit today after it just momentous week in gains, heading upward into the skyline, and something we expect from silver a lot too. And I talked to a couple of subscribers last night about, my techniques for buying silver. And, I always post 100 of this and 100 of that and 100 of the other. Well, that made sense back when the spot price was in the 14s, 15s, and the premiums were anywhere from 49 cents to 3.49, I explained. And it was a lot easier to avoid the tax penalties because a lot of the companies were starting to do this thing with the tax, state to state. Yeah, but if you spent over $1,500 on the same type of item, meaning that you couldn't mix gold and silver, you couldn't mix silver and accessories, you couldn't, mix things up. You had to have like $1,500 of silver or $1,500 of gold, which is very easy to do with an ounce of gold. All these things you can do to avoid the $1,500 limit and avoid taxes to do that. So that's the habit I got into. So I would hoard my money, hoard my cash, shop around, wait, find something I really liked, and then I would go in with enough cash to make a $1,500 or better purchase on something that I wanted. And as I realized I had more stuff, it made sense to buy the same thing, in repetition. It's not really big money stacking. It's just timing everything, to make sure you had enough cash to do it and then spend enough to avoid the taxes. Also, when you do volume pricing at a lot of these places, JM Bullion and APMEX and SD Bullion and Money Metals Exchange, they will give you a break on the number of items you buy. So, of course, you win there. And so you save that way, free shipping, no tax, cash, payment, ACH check out of your account to avoid any kind of credit card penalties. And you can actually save quite a bit of money that way. So that's one of the ways that I've learned to stack. Excuse me. But now that we've got, these incredible premiums, I think those days are over. So I'm going to be, doing regular buying like everybody else, just getting what I need when I can get it, or waiting longer to buy stuff so I'll have enough money to do all those gymnastics I just described to you. The Austrian Philharmonic, of course, is denominated in euros. It's getting close here. 1.5 euros per. 2008, the inception year. And basically, this coin here, it enjoys a special privilege in that there are no duty activities, no tax activities, no tariff activities on these coins anywhere in the European Union. So it's just a little extra thing that the Philharmonic has. The gold ones have it too, where you can travel throughout the European Union and use these as currency. Well, that time's coming when and then you can avoid a lot of tariff activity in that. Sorry. And last night, and I'm okay. I don't have the thing, so I'm just clearing my throat. And last night, I'd also kept mentioning the idea of a first Stackers National Bank, and it's just something to have fun with and whatnot. But I would like to see a day when we can all kind of get together and have like a central place where we can do our transacting and stuff. And I don't mean, the idea that we're going to keep our metals in a depository somewhere and then we're going to be able to go to the bank and withdraw it and, make deposits and all that. No. It would be some kind of network, where we are amongst our own community, the Stacker community, where we can turn in occasionally, a little bit of our precious metals to buy into whatever the new currency is, whether it's digital or what have you. I think it's going to be digital. It'll be something crypto-based. But, you turn in an ounce of silver and, you get yourself, a couple of months worth of, living expenses. And then, just kind of go like that. If you're in a retired mode, if you're still working, you can go ahead and earn some that way, the new currency. And then, if you want to do something fancy and fun, buy a car, whatever, then you start to turn in a couple of pieces of metal. But have a place you can transact and do that you can trust, not the old banking system, not the old bank names, the usual suspects. Anyway, that's my ramble for this morning. I'm going to see if something really cool comes in the mail today, guys, and it'd be nice to show you something that I have not seen on any of our Stacker channels out there. And I'm just trying to keep, diverse content so we can have something extra to enjoy. Sorry, that is going to be the last time for that. Throat clearing. But I just want to say real quick, the Silver 5150 channel, look, I love our stacking realist. I love our stacking futurist. Because you have different types, different types of thoughts, in the stack community. We have our realists that give us the facts and, keep us grounded, and we very much need them. They're the bigger members of our community. They're like, our minders and stuff. And because, us silver dreamers like myself, we get really carried away. And every once in a while we need to be put in check, and I have no problem with that. Bring me back down to earth. But when you come to the Silver 5150 channel, I hope you're coming here, for a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of fun, a little bit of silver gawking. We love to do that. But just, to kind of throw around ideas and speculate on what we think the future is going to hold. Nobody knows what the future is going to hold, as the coronavirus has proven to us. But we like to stay positive. We like to stay jubilant, and we like to stay Pollyanna about what we think we can expect if we continue doing this prudent thing we call stacking, and just get the metal. We can get the stuff we enjoy and share it with one another, either virtually or, physically at some point. Like I said, if we can get together at some symposium or something, have a party in Vegas or something and celebrate surviving all this and surviving the life of a stacker. Because, guys, if I had to compare it to a job stacking, it would be like being that guy that signed up to be the sparring partner for Mike Tyson with the Olympic Commission back when he was 19, not realizing who he was. Until you got in there and you started sparring with him, and the first day you come home and your ribs are creaking and you're bruised up and you're beat up, and you're like, oh my God, I got another 360 days of this. And thinking, oh God, I'm not going to make it. And this is the kind of beating you take if you're going to be a silver stacker. Just keep that in mind. But it's for a good purpose. What was the outcome? Tyson became one of the best boxers in the world, and that person who was his sparring partner, they were part of that. We're going to be part of the biggest financial wealth transfer in the world. And it's going to be painful along the way, but we are going to be much better for being a part of that. So keep at it. Don't lose heart. Take the pain, take the pump, take the punches, take the lumps, and we will get paid on the other side of this. Absolutely. There is no doubt at all. You are doing the right thing. Every ounce you can buy, you are stealing value beyond your wildest dreams. I stand by that. All right, folks, like, share, subscribe. Go on out and take on the day. Do your chaga, liposomal vitamin C, your vitamin D, any supplements you want to throw in, a little keto if you want to do that. Maybe some elderberry, if you can get a hold of that, some gummies or something like that. Anything you can do to boost your immune system. C60 olive oil. All these things are going to help you. And just go ahead and work on that. Put your plan together. Put your life plan together to try to stay sheltered in place if you have to. If you're going to go out there and you have to work, just try to help as much as you can. We're all trying to get through this together and do the right thing. All right, enough yammering. I will see you guys this afternoon, hopefully with something very cool. Silver 5150, love you guys. Silver 5150 out.